hello and welcome to this webinar. I hope you can all hear me well. If not, we'll just write it in the chat box if you got any issue hearing us. We just check the technical all the technical elements, so I mean everything should be fine. So welcome again to this CMD build webinar. Today we are very proud to introduce the CMDBuild version 2.4.2 with a lot of new features that we added to this new release, and we are very happy to share them with you today. If you didn't follow our previous all the previous webinar we held, well, just feel free to write all the questions you have in the chat box just below the PowerPoint images that we will see in just a few seconds. So meanwhile that I speak, just feel free to write the questions as soon as they come up to your mind, and then at the end of the webinar, we will give plenty of time to answer them. So whether they are technical question or commercial question, we'll just feel free to write them down, and I will be happy to answer them. Or the other users that are attending this webinar actually will, as it already happened once. Okay, so I think we can really start. Well, first, I would really like to thank you all for participating to the CMD Build Day. Was less than 1 month ago, we had the CMD Build Day, which is a biannual event we hold every 2 years, of course. So where we talk about CMDBuild, about open main, about CMDBuild ready to use, about all the new features we're developing, the roadmap. But the most important thing of the whole day is to share the experiences with the other users, of the users themselves. Those that use CMDBuild every day, those who know it the best, they all share their experience, and they give everyone the opportunity to to learn a little bit more about CMDBuild and about what you can actually do. So if you would like to see all these videos, well, you can just dial. You can go on www.cmdbuildday.it. You will end up on this page, which was the page of the CMDBuild Day. And if you just scroll down a bit, you will end up on this link here, where you just click on it, and then this was the promotional video we had. But you can also go on with the other videos, and you will see all the speeches that we had. Around 14 people spoke during this event, and they are all here in collected on YouTube. So let's get down to the PowerPoint presentation here. Thank you again. If you attended the webinar, well, thank you very much. If not, I will really warmly invite you to go and have a look at those videos there. They are pretty interesting. We had people from Tanzania, from Japan, from the United States, from Europe, from Italy. So really, it was a really international day, and we're very, very proud that everything went very, very well. So going now to the this webinar, today we will talk about some improvements we did on CMDBuild. So today we're going to speak only about CMDBuild and not about OpenMaint and CMDBuild ready to use, which are of course the other tools that we developed and that you can always download from SourceForge and start using them straight away. So today we will talk about the new features such as the thematic maps. This is something that we really worked hard during the past 6 months. So it's a really big accomplishment for us, and we're extremely happy to share this with everyone. Always in the open source philosophy. So you download the new CMDBuild version, and you will get this feature as well. The thematic maps, as you may know, it's a great way to represent with colors, geographical attributes that are of course linked to all the elements in your database. So if you, for example, if you need to know where a density of elements in the specific area of the map, then you can do this with the thematic maps. Probably everything will be more easy to understand as soon as we will go inside the tool, and I will show you how this work. Then we did some performance improvements. This really helped boosting up the speed of some particular operations that I will explain you in greater details in just a few moments. We did some improvements also in the user interface. Related these improvements are related to the advancing of the process. We did a lot of improvement in the web services extensions so that they could now work on relation attributes both and geographical attributes. Before it was not possible to extract this information, so information linked on relational attributes or geographical attributes from web services extensions. Now it is possible. And then also we would like to thank our friend that translated the whole tool CMDBuild in Greek. So I would go now into more details about the thematic maps. The thematic maps really help you when you want to graphically represent on maps and on planimetries, for example, information that are on georeferenced objects. So any object that is placed in the map, you can color it. You can according to a value or to a range of different values. So, for example, you can color the assets according to their age, or the buildings, or the room, or the value. We are going actually to create just a test, an example of a thematism working on the value of a specific room. Let's say I want to know which is the room in my building that has the highest value in terms of computers in it. Then this is something I can do with thematic maps. So let's get down right now to the tool, and I will share my screen and I will show you how this thematic map works. Okay, so I hope you can now see my screen. All right, so okay. Well, by the way, I really hope you're seeing the screen now. By the way, right now we are right here up in the northeast of Italy. So for those who don't know it, but for this example, we're just put some example data, some bulk data into CMDBuild, and just for this webinar. So we randomly picked Florence. We created a building. We created a building. Maybe I can try just so you can see a bigger screen. Should be better like this. I think I just minimize this. It should be now. You should see it well. Okay, so the building we have here is located in Florence. We just randomly picked it, and here we got the planimetry of the building we have. So to create a thematism or a thematic map is extremely easy. Let's say that I want to know which of my PCs are in use, which ones are unavailable, which ones are under refurbishment. So what I just need to do is that I just need to go on asset. So asset, IT device, computer, and now I will see all computers that are shown by an icon that says that for each room I got one or more PC. This one is the icon for general for just tables or chairs or things like this. It's extremely easy if you want to change the icon. If you do not like it, if it's extremely easy. Just you guys just need to go in the administration module, because of course CMDBuild has two different interfaces. You just need to click on the administration module, and then you will end up here in GIS, and you can just manage icons. Extremely easy. You can create new icons. You can import them just by clicking add. Extremely easy. For this one here, we created the computer. Probably, well, it was not the best color we picked, as it matches the background of the room, but oh well. I mean, for now, I think it's just to let you understand. Then it's up to everyone to customize it according to everyone's needs. So I got my PCs for my computers in every room, and I want to see which ones. I want to see straight away which ones are available, which ones are in use on the refurbishment, things like this. So let's say let's call it status PC. So this will be an analysis type will be punctual. So for a specific value of the asset, and the source will be, of course, will be a table. So the layer, of course, is based on the position, and the attribute will be status. So you could pick any other attribute of the element that you created. So if you would like to see which ones, for example, have the highest temperature, the max temperature, the minimal temperature, or the weight, or if you want to filter them by the IP address, whatever you name it, you can click on it. And of course, all these attributes here can be created as new, can be deleted, modified. You can change the name. You can really do anything you wish on it. For now, I think it would be interesting to see for just the status and of course the value. So I will click on Advanced, and now I know that there are two computers that are up, so up and working. Two that are unavailable, two that are undefined, so there's no value for that attribute, and 4 that are available, and 1 is disposed. Of course, let's say that disposed, I don't want it red, but I'd like it better in black color, or let's say unavailable. I would like to change it to red, and up and working to me, well, looks like green is a better color. And then undefined, unavailable. I mean, we could just can easily change the color into whatever, yellow, whatever you wish, and then you just click on show, and bam, you get all the information straight away. So you know that the computers that are up and working are the 2 green ones. The one that are marked with red dot are unavailable. Available are these 4 right here. This one is disposed, and of course this one is the one I selected. So this one right here, the PC 001 IBM. Of course, if I want to see its color, just click outside the map, and I get the I can see what color it is. So in this case, it would be up. So very easy. If I just want to remove it, just click on it. On layers, status, PC, this is the thematic that we just created. You just remove it and you don't see it anymore. So in really in a blink of an eye, you can really have a lot of information about the geographical attribute of your assets. Let's say that I want to create a new thematism. Well, in this case, it won't be created on punctual values, but on a range of values. So in this case, it's still extremely easy. I will just, let's say, again, as I was saying before, I want to know, okay, I got many computers in each room. I want to know which room has the highest value due to the fact there are 1 or more computers in it. So and I want to know which one is the highest value, which one, so to check for each room immediately the value according to the computers in them. So I will just okay, in this case I went up into hierarchy, in the hierarchy of the database. I click on the room and now I can select the room and get the information about it. So I know this one here, well, just a random code we put and the name, and this one is the one I selected, but of course if you click outside it deselected. So let's say I want to create thematism. So in this case it's just said it will be about the analysis type will be a range. So value of, let's say, of the room, sorry, but the room. So it won't be punctual, will be according to a function. So I just create, right before the webinar, I created inside CMDBuild an SQL function, which actually does what I need to do. So it calculates it just does the sum of the values for each room, according to the values I set in each for the value attribute on each computer. So I created this function, and inside the tool, of course, it is possible to create this function only within the tool. That's mainly a choice we made for security reasons. Otherwise, yeah, of course, we are all aware of the problems that may be caused by SQL injection, and which is of course, one of the worst enemy. We did create that possibility to create a function within the tool. So I click value ranges function. I click on advanced. I find right here the thematic rooms value. This one is the SQL function I created. I will click on advanced, and now I get 10. Let's say I can get 10 segments. So I know that from €0 to 400, I got 42 elements, which are just all the ones in the building, not just in the first floor, in the ground floor. Sorry, the one we were looking at. I should have deselected before. Then I got others from 400 to 800 to whatever. In case I need to, these are too many segments, I can just reduce them right here. I can, let's say 10, the 10 is a bit too much, let's say 5, and then I get a clear understanding. So this green, acid green, will show me all the computers that have a value of 3,200 euros, and well, then it will go down with the others, let's say red, whatever, blue, pink. You can change the colors that you wish. And now I know that the green room right here and this one right here are the green rooms are the one that have the highest value, and the blue ones is the one that has a value in between 1,600 euros to 2,400. So this is an extremely, I think, extremely easy way to have a look at attributes. There are geographical attributes, and having all these geo-referenced information can really boost up the usage of your database. Of course, the icons, as I said before, can be changed. You can change the color. It's really everything about CMDBuild is always extremely well customizable. Another thing I would like to show you, which is something that we just developed, and it's coming with the new release, the 2.4.2, is the relation graph. We had a webinar some months ago where we talked about the relation graph, the 3D relation graph. All the webinars we put them online, so you can go there and have a look at them and rewatch them. So I would suggest you to rewatch the one we had about the relation graph here. Okay, so in this case, I only got one level. I'm only seeing one level, so I got my room here with the two computers in it, which belongs to a floor and of course to a building. This new icon right here lets you print the image, so you can actually print the what you're seeing on screen, and get also some more information about it, and know which elements are where, and what, of course, all the relations between all these entities. Well, this is something also we developed and released with this new version. I think it's it for this for thematic maps. It looked like something easy to do, and it is easy, extremely easy to do. But it also took us a lot of work. So there's a lot of work behind, but we really think that this is something. This is a really great new feature that we developed, and that will definitely help you in your in the management of your database. So I removed the chat box just to enlarge the screen. So if you need if you now have any question, you will see it back again, and you will be able to ask all the questions you have. All right. So going on the with the other new features that we introduced with this CMDBuild 2.4.2 version is we did some performance improvements. In particular, we did thing. Worked on the optimization of the DAO, so the data access object, for three main reasons. The first one was to create in the creation of the queries. So now the queries can be created in a lot more effective way. The second one is about the client. Well, the request that the client sent to the server. These ones have been optimized in order to reduce the amount of data that is asked, requested to the server, and of course, this, as you can imagine, is boosted up and reduced extremely, in a extremely notable way, reduce the time of the request to the servers. And the third one, of course, was also we did on the database. We worked on the database. So we constrained the database to only use for each specific request the best strategies. So this reduced again the time of accessing the information. And we just today we received a message from one of our customers who was saying that he has more than 500,000 sheets in his database, and his time of opening them was reduced. Before was around 40 to 50 seconds, and now it literally dropped to 5 to 7 seconds. So this just to show you how much work done is, and how big the improvements we just did were. Another improvement we did was on the web services extensions, and as I just mentioned before, so through the web services you can access the informations that are inside, of course, inside your database. So with this new improvement, you are able to also get information about the relational attributes and geographical attributes, which you could not do before. Before this new feature. Um, the Greek language, I try to I think I did study Greek at school, but it was all Greek. I'm not sure that that is correct. I really hope that Dimitris Maniadikis is following us and he's can actually let me know if it is correct. It basically means thank you. We really would like to thank him for translating CMDBuild into Greek, and now it is localized in. No, we have so many languages. I forget the real number. It should be around 20. So now we are really working hard also on spreading the tool worldwide. Um, Going on with the other new features this is something we are still working on, but I would still like to talk about it today because it's something that takes us a lot of time to develop, and of course we will probably will do a webinar just to introduce this new feature and explain how this all work. Basically, in just 2 words, we are working on giving you the possibility to duplicate the application servers, so Tomcat. So you can get basically 3 benefits from these operations. The first one is, of course, that if you had a lot of users using the tool, you can get as many Tomcats as you as you wish, and so of course you can duplicate them and reduce the time of accessing the information. Another great opportunity you have with having multiple application servers running at the same time is that if one falls down, of course you got another one back up, and you don't even notice that the other one had just fell down. So you just keep on working without losing any information or time or whatever. Of course, you can also use several application servers that you are running to speed up the read operations, the read-only operations, so they don't all so it's not just an operation working on the server, but also on all the other databases. This is something we are working on these days. We will hopefully releasing it very soon. So probably in the next major release. This is a new feature. You will definitely are going to find it. In the next day, of course, we're going to release also the CMDBuild ready to use version 1.1 and OpenMain 1.1. We are going to have a webinar, of course, for both of them. So I'm definitely seeing you again very soon. I will just to make sure you subscribe to our newsletter in order to receive all the information and all the new activities, events that we are holding. In particular, these two webinars that are coming soon. If you would like to get some more information about us, about the services that we offer, about the support that we can give you. If you want us to teach you how to use the tool, whether it is OpenMain or CMDBuild ready to use, well, just feel free to get in touch with us through Twitter on CMDBuild or LinkedIn, or of course through our website cmdbuild.org. If you need any information about how the annual subscription works, about what you can get just by yourself, if you need us, what we can offer, the service that we can offer, the pay-per-use support, the annual subscription, the training, or the partnership agreements that we may sign. So just feel free, and someone from our sales team will get in touch with you and will answer you within an extremely short time. So also, if you got any technical questions that we may help you with, just feel free to drop them down or to go into the forum and ask the other users. Again, let me remind you to not forget to watch the videos of the CMDBuild day. I think they are extremely interesting, and I think you could really learn a lot just by watching them. Um, so I think that now we could go to the questions. So if you got any questions, just feel free to write them down, and we'll try to answer them straight away. So okay, so someone is asking if the thematic maps are available also in OpenMaint. Yeah, well, of course, absolutely. Since the version 1.1 that is coming out soon, uh, so the next release, we're as I said, we're going to have a webinar to talk about it. But OpenMain actually shares the same source code as the CMDBuild. So all the new features, every new line that we write for in the source code of CMDBuild, those are shared with the OpenMain source code as well, as they really share, I would say, 99.9% of them. Is the only thing that changes is the skin color. One is blue, the other one is orange. So besides that, everything else is the same. All the even though you could look at CMDB and OpenMaint and see that they are extremely different one from the other, just don't forget that all those differences are there because of work done through the user interface without touching the source code. So this is something I really would like to highlight, that all the editing activities, the customization activities, the new workflows, everything can really be made without touching one single line of the source code, giving you full access, of course, to all the new releases, for example, without having to worry about any problem of compatibility. When the cluster will be available. This is, as I said, this is coming. We're working hard in these days, here in these weeks, but it is a long work. So it will be available from the next version of the CMDBuild, which is coming out most likely in spring 2017. So you have to wait a little time until early springs 2017, and this will be available, of course, for CMDBuild and ready to use, and of course OpenMaint. So you will find this new feature in both, well, in all the three tools that we have. Um, I read on the first slide something about processes. Did I miss it? Yeah, well, yeah. I think that the slide, the PowerPoint slide image was missing. Well, basically the improvements on the GUI interface. Well, they will be all about the uh, advancing of parallel process, and this activity, this sorry, this new this advancing this of the parallel process is really, we work hard to give it to make it quicker, and giving you, of course, a reduced time to consult this operation, to perform these operations. Yeah, of course. I'm very sorry. Probably the slide was missing. I just noticed this as well. Is OpenMaint still using only Tomcat 6? Actually, no, well, no. OpenMaint uses Tomcat 7 and Tomcat 8 as well, only with Java 8. I don't see many other questions. I'm not sure if you have any. Well, you can just still got some minutes to write them. Otherwise, I will just, well, thank you all very much. It's really nice to see that so many of you at every webinar participate, and that share our enthusiasm for our tool. and for all the new features that we develop. I thank you very very much once again, and I definitely encourage you all to stay in touch with us, and not to forget to open the newsletters that we receive, and that you receive, so that you are always up to date with all the events that we hold. Uh, um, okay, this is another question. Maybe a layman question. Can CMDBuild work in a multinational company with segregations of security, meaning that each country or organization see on its object and on single lines as well? Okay, well, yeah, I would for this question, it would probably would take some time to answer it. So I would invite you to write us well, you can, yeah, you can get our you can find all our contacts on our website, cmdbuild.org. So just feel free to get in touch with us, and to write us an email, maybe with a bit with some further questions. Of course, for what I can tell you right now is that you can work, you can do that, of course. CMDBuild can definitely do work with a multinational company, just using the rights and permissions on every classes, and on all the lines of each classes. So this could be done, but again, let's keep this topic for conversation that you can have with our technical team or with our sales team. They will be extremely happy to answer, to go into greater details than what I could just do right now in a few minutes. I thank you anyways for the question. So wrapping up, I thank you again. I would invite you to the next webinar, where we're going to speak about open maintenance, CMD, the new releases of open maintenance, CMDBuild ready to use. And meanwhile, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, and to stay in touch with us. I thank you once again, and I wish you all a very, very nice day. Ciao, ciao.